Hi everyone, it's Alicia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be answering the question that was posed to Pagan Perspective, and this week's topic deals with familiars, asking what is a familiar, do we in our practices have familiars, what are our thoughts on familiars. To begin with, I should define what a familiar is. A familiar, in essence, is a witch's animal companion. In folklore, it was believed that witches' familiars acted as spies for them, or even that witches could transform into their own familiars into animal form. That's one of the reasons why, for instance, in Western culture, black cats are considered by some to be signs of bad luck because black cats were often said to be witches in disguise. And in modern paganism, the idea of a familiar is being reclaimed to simply mean a witch's animal companion or a pet without the more negative connotations that past folklore has associated with it. And I absolutely believe that I had a familiar. I've always grown up around animals. We've always had pets in the home. But as far as who I believe my first real familiar was, I would have to say it was my cat Josi. She sadly passed away this past September, so September of 2018. We had to put her to sleep because she was having respiratory issues. It's still kind of hard to talk about because she was young for a cat. She was only 8, and the problems were revealed pretty quickly and unexpectedly. She would start hiding under the bed a lot at my mom's house, and at first we thought, is she just suddenly shy? Is she just sleeping a lot? I even thought, well, maybe she's sensing an energy in the house and the house needs to be saged or something. But it was revealed that she was hiding under there because she just wasn't feeling well and she wasn't breathing as well. So eventually we decided that the best thing to do, the most humane thing to do, was to put her down. And it was really hard for me because, like I said, she wasn't that old for a cat, and the news came rather quickly. We first took her to the vet to find out what was going on in early September. No, sometime sort of around the beginning of September, so maybe even late August. And then within a few weeks, it just progressed. It grew worse, and so on September 12th, we put her to sleep. And it was difficult. It was really hard because I was really close with her, and I feel that she was my familiar because she literally picked me. When we went to go get her, we originally were going to just get her sister as a pet because we thought, well, we've always had just one pet in the household, so one cat will be enough. And we went to go see her sister, and when we were there, Josie came up and sat right in my lap. And the woman at the cat sanctuary place said to me, "Oh my God, that's amazing. She's normally really shy. She never comes up to anyone." But yeah, she came and like made a beeline for me and came and sat right in my lap. And I looked at my mom and I said, "Mom, we have to get her too. We have to get this kitty too." I mean, she literally picked me. I couldn't leave her when she came and sat right in my lap. So we got her, and I, even though I didn't see her as much because we got her and brought her to my mom's house because that's where she was going to live. And at the time, I was about to go off to college, so I didn't see her as often compared to if I had been living at home at my mom's house. But every time I would come home from school for the holidays or for my birthday, Josie would just cuddle on me and let me pet her, and she was so happy to see me. And when I was going to go back up to school, she would sit in my suitcase. Like, if I sit here quietly enough, she won't know and she'll take me with her. And so she had a connection with me always. She would come and sit with me, sit next to me. She would, if I was lying down on the couch or on my bed, she would come and rest her head right here on my chest and just wouldn't move and would just lay there, and I could just feel her energy. Her energy was just really calming and sweet, and it reminded me a lot of Freya. And actually I'm wearing my, if you can see, I'm wearing my Freya necklace right now. So there's Freya with her two kitty cats and a little piece of amber. But yeah, Josi, her energy was just really calm and sweet, and while we had her was when I started to discover paganism, and when I really started to get the courage and eventually got enough courage to come out of the broom closet to myself and my family. And her just calming, grounding energy really centered me and gave me that extra boost of courage. So I feel that she was my first familiar because she was there with me as I was realizing the path that my soul had been on this whole time in terms of spirituality. And it was a wonderful energy to have with me, and I wish she was still here. I miss her a lot. I mean, she is still here. I'll feel her energy sometimes, or feel that she'll come to me in dreams sometimes, or even during the day if I'm just thinking about her, and I'll feel like that was her popping in to say hi. But I really miss her. I wish that she was still here in this physical plane. But yeah, she absolutely was my first familiar, so I do believe in familiars, and someday I hope to get a cat of my own in my own apartment. Right now, my sister and I, we share a one-bedroom apartment, so we feel that it wouldn't be fair now to bring a pet into our home, because there wouldn't be enough space for a cat to run around and play and stuff like that. But hopefully someday I'll be in a place where I could have a pet of my own, and I can always go to my mom's house and get my kitty fix there, because Josi's sister Fergie is still with us, and we also got another cat who we feel that Josi sent to us, because a few weeks after she passed away, my mom was at the local Petco, and there was a kitten there who she kept seeing in the little display where there are kittens for sale, and she kept seeing him and kept feeling drawn to him. And finally she said, I feel like Josi is sending him to us. And sure enough, when she finally decided to buy him and bring him home, she went out to the car, and there were little cat paw prints in the little bit of dust that was on the windowsill of her car. And so she took that as a sign that Josi was like, yep, okay, little kitty, we named him Marcus. Okay, Marcus, you go watch out for my family now, because I can't be there physically now with them anymore, so I'm sending you. And he is just, Marcus is an absolute cuddle bug. He is just so sweet and cuddly and the best. And actually, I have a story about him. My birthday was a couple weeks ago in April, and I went to my mom's house, my sister and I, because we're twins, so it was our birthday, but we went to my mom's house for dinner, and Marcus was up on the staircase landing, and I went up to him, and he was laying there, and I just cuddled him and held him, and he let me hold him for a really long time, and just the energy was just so just calming and just cuddly and happy, and that really meant a lot to me, because the landing of that staircase was the last place where I saw Josi before we put her to sleep. I had gone to my mom's house to help bake something for a family party, and Josi was there, and I went and I petted her as she was up on the landing, and all of a sudden she turned, and with her little nose she went boop. She she kissed the back of my hand and then went up the stairs, and that was the last time I saw her because a couple days later we put her to sleep. So I feel that that was her saying that she loved me and saying goodbye to me, even though I didn't get a chance. I feel that I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to her on the day that she died because we didn't know that we were going to put her to sleep that day. It was a sense of, well, she seems to be getting worse, but maybe there's something medicinally we can do for her. And when my mom and stepdad took her to the vet, the vet said no, it's time. It's the best thing to do is to put her down. And so her death was unexpected, and I feel that I didn't get to say goodbye on the day that she died, but I feel that she said goodbye to me. But so to answer the question in general, yes, I do believe in familiars. I feel that I had one, and I feel very blessed to have had one. All my pets have felt like familiars to me in different ways, the ones that I grew up with, but Josi stands out to me because she was there as I was discovering my path as a pagan. So what are your thoughts on familiars? Do you have any? Did you grow up with pets in the house? What are some animals that you're associated with? I've always loved cats, which is one of the reasons why I feel drawn to Freya and why I feel she picked me, because she's like, hey, I'm a cat lady too, and just the energy of the cat has always spoken to me. And the raven, I've always felt a connection to ravens, although I can't have a pet raven because pet ravens aren't really a thing, I don't think, unless like they live in like a bird sanctuary or something where they can fly around freely. But so yeah, cats and ravens I've always loved. What are some animals you're drawn to? Do you have any familiars? What are some of your pet stories? And thank you for watching. Feel free to follow me on all my socials, which are listed below. And have a wonderful day, and blessed be.